Hi, welcome to Peace Donkeys. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cat collar. So this is a Solomon's Dragon pattern and it's laced on either side. So, and your little bell for your cat. You could also make this for a small dog and I'm just using a little side clip since it's only for a cat. So I'll go ahead and show you how I made this collar. Thanks for watching and please subscribe. So first you want to attach your cord to your buckle. Just want to do a cow's hitch on there. And then put the ends of your cord through the other side. Okay, so put your cords through. Then I'm just going to get another clip and attach a bit of cord to it. Just tie that onto my nail. So just do that at both ends, and then you can just clip your work onto there just to hold it in place. And then you can measure whatever your length is, and then that just will hold your work in place while you're going. So to start with, you're just going to do a cobra weave, so right strand across the centre strands, and then left strand over that strand, goes underneath all of the strands and up through the other side. Now just get your colour cord. I'm just going to stick that under that loop for now. I'll come up from underneath. It's probably better. Just tighten that in. Okay, so now this is going to go over to the left side when I do the left strand. Okay, so the left strand comes across everything, and that colour strand just stays there for now. Right strand goes over the top, underneath, and underneath the colour strand. Okay, so tighten that up. A little bit. Okay, so now the colour strand comes up between the centre strands, goes out to the right side, and then the right strand goes across the two centre strands, left strand goes over the top of that, underneath, and then up out the other side, but underneath your colour strand. Okay, now colour strand is going to come up through the middle, out to the left side, and your left strand is going to go over the top of everything. Right strand goes over that, underneath, and up just below the colour strand. Okay, and then your colour strand comes up through the middle, out to the opposite side. Then your right strand comes across the centre, left strand goes over the top, underneath, and out the other side. Okay, colour cord comes up through the middle, out to the opposite side, left strand goes across, right strand goes over, under, and up out the other side. Okay, colour cord up through the middle and out to the other side. Black strand goes over the top of it. Left strand goes over, under, and back out the other side, below the colour cord. And just check on the other side, and then you just to make sure that you haven't got them too. That one looks just a little bit loose to me, so I'm just going to re-tighten that. But you want those to be sticking up enough. You don't want them pulled right through so that you can hardly see it. You need that to have a little bit of looseness there, so it does stick up. Okay, and you want to keep sliding this up so that it's quite tight. Okay, so then your colour cord comes underneath, up through the middle, out the other side. Left strand goes over, right strand goes over the top of that strand, underneath, and up out the other side. And then you just pretty much keep following that pattern.
Okay, so this is about all I can fit into there. So I'll just do one more weave without the colour.
And then that's pretty much that main part of the collar done. So I'll just unclip that end and that end. And that's your collar there. Okay, and you can cut those ends off and melt them. Okay, so just attach your cord to your fit. Okay. Now there's lots of ways you can stitch this, but this is just how I'm going to do it today. So I'm going to start at the back. I'm just going to go underneath there just to help hold my cord in place. And then I'm just going to come up through the first black loop. And then I'm going to go down through there. Okay, so I'm just going to push that over to the left side. Then I'm going to go around the back. Sorry, I'm off camera there. Around the back. And then back down the same strand again. Except this time it's going to go to the right side of that colour. Because this end one's not real pronounced, it's just a little bit tricky. And you can just pull that colour up a tiny bit if you need to. But not real worried about the first one. Okay, so we're going to come up through the next strand. Oops. They sometimes get a bit twisted, so I have to keep untwisting them as you go. Okay, so I'm going to come down this side through that strand there. Okay, I'm going to set that on that side. Then I'm going to come back again underneath, up through the same hole, same strand, except this time I'm going to go down the other side of it and back through the same strand again. Just make sure that you untangle your cord before it goes down. It gets really quite twisted, so you need to untwist it as you go. And then that's on the other side of that strand. And if you want, you can just push that to be in place how you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to come up the next strand now. Next loop there. Don't know how that happens, but it just does. Just untangle yourself as you're going. Again, as you get closer to the end, just untwist the loop. Okay, so I'm going to get down. That loop. Okay, and then up the back through the same loop again. Actually, I might just push that over to that side. Might be easier, and then up. And this time it'll go over the left side of it. Again, just watch out for your twist. And then I'll come down the left side through the same strand that I came down before. Okay, and if you need to, you can just lift that up a little bit, just so that you've got the strands really defining that colour thread each time. Okay, so this time I'm going to go up through here. Down through there. Okay, I'm going to come underneath, up through the same one again. And then you go down that side and back through that same strand. Okay, and that's again, that's defining that stitch. Okay, I might just pull that stitch out a little bit because I just thought it was a little bit too far out on that side. Okay, so this time I'm going to go up through that loop. And down through there. Okay, going underneath. Okay, so underneath and back up through there. And then this time I'll go down the left side. Back through the same loop at the bottom. Okay, so it'll be on the left side. And again, if you need to lift up that strand just to make it the cord sit where you need to. So if you're not sure whether you should be going underneath or next door, usually once you've completed once you've completely surrounded one strand, then you start on the next one. So I've gone down one side and up the other, and now I'm ready to start on the next colour piece. So this is when I'm just going next door rather than over the other side. I'm just going next door to it, up. Okay, so from there I'm going up to here, down one side, okay, so because I haven't completed that, okay, I've only done one side of this, I don't go next door to the next one until I've completed that. So this is when I go up the back, okay, so over the other side, back up through the same loop, and then down the other side of that same cord. So now that I've completed both sides of that one cord, this is when I start on the next door. Okay, so this is when I go next door rather than going underneath the whole collar. So up into the next door, into the next cord. Okay, so I've done one side now of that cord. Okay, so this is when I go underneath to come back up to finish off that same cord. Okay, so I came underneath so I could complete both sides of one cord. So now that I've completed that one cord, both sides of it, this is when I come up next door rather than going underneath. Okay, so I'll come up, do the start. Okay, so one side, this is when I go underneath, come back up to complete the other side of that cord. So hopefully that clears up when you go underneath and when you just go next door. Okay, so now that I've completed that one, I'll just go next door to the next one and not go underneath. Okay, so I finished off and I went under a few times, and I'm just going to melt that little bit there. I might just push that down with the knife. Okay, so that's the collar done, and now all you've got to do is put your bell on. Okay, so I'm just going to put the bell on first. And you can put it anywhere you want, but I'm just going to attach it onto the clip. Okay, so I'm just going to use my knife to separate that a little bit so I can get it onto the collar. Okay, so that's on there now. Okay. There's your cap collar done. Hello, puss puss. There's your bell. Oh yeah, puss cat. sure you've got plenty of room.